Hello and welcome to Rosberry Crafts, my YouTube channel where I share all of my crafty adventures. You can find me on Instagram as Rosberry Crafts. I'm also Rosberry Crafts on Ravelry, and my email address is rosberrycrafts@gmail.com. Alright. First up today, we have What Am I Wearing? Today I'm wearing my Raina Shawl. I knit this shawl in 2017 and I bought the yarn for this at, I believe it was the first Knit City that I went to in 2013. The yarn is from Two Tiger Yarns, and it's a sock weight yarn, and it has, the color is Cookie Monster, which it has a lot more purple than I thought Cookie Monster would have, but blue and purple are kind of my thing, so I really enjoyed the yarn. It's really soft. It would make really nice socks because it's nice and soft, but also sturdy. But yeah, I wanted it around my face. And it's soft and squishy and lovely. I don't wear this one a lot because it's a one skein project. I find that the ends fall off a lot, so I end up just messing with it and playing with it and putting it back on all the time, so I don't wear this one a lot. But I have thought about maybe getting something in a similar color and putting some tassels or something to weigh the ends down so that it stays on a bit better. Or the other thing is that, as you can see, the edges like to roll up. I was running low on yarn, so I ended it a bit earlier than the as many garter stitch rows at the end, so it kind of rolls in and it kind of annoys me. So, but it's due for another blocking, so I thought I'd wear it today and then I can block it out and hopefully won't get as much rolling this time. Next up is finished objects. I have 3 finished objects for you today. They're all hats, so they were pretty quick. Let's start first. Oh, I didn't weave in the ends yet. Oh well. This is the Raffis hat by Hokey Locatelli, and it's knit in a 100% wool, and it's like a nice foresty green. This hat will be for one of my coworkers. I'm gonna do some Christmas presents for them, yeah, it's super stretchy. Even though it's 100% wool, it's not scratchy at all. It's really nice wool to work with, and I wish that I had more of it, but I don't. And yeah, no, it's really nice, and this was a really quick knit. It's just a lot of 1x1 rib, and then some fun purl details on it. So that knit up super quick. And the second, this whole bag here. So this is one of the bags that I made. I'm not sure which one I showed you last week, but this, I made 2 of them like this. A friend of mine, Anna, who is the Bluebird Knits, and I'll put her information down below, asked for some test knitters for some hats, and so I said that I would do the child size. So this one will hopefully fit my daughter, who's 8. This one's been washed already, and it's super soft. You can see there's a bit of a halo to this yarn. This yarn is Patents, and it's a soy wool blend. So I don't know if it's the soy or how they did it that makes it kind of halo-y, but it's super soft and drapey. And it's got a few different kind of color variations to the yarn. So this is the version where you knit just with one color, and it's got these cool slip stitch details up the sides, and really enjoyed this pattern. It was super fun to knit, and oh, there's some veggie matter in there, and yeah, it was super quick. This is like an Aran weight yarn, and I did the ribbing on 4.5 and then the main body of the hat on 5mm needles. So yeah, this one hopefully fits my daughter. Oh, there goes that. And this is the other one that I knit. And this one was the 2-color version, and this is the adult small size. And I'm going to put it on right now. So it fits my head really nicely. I might wear this. I might give it away to somebody else. Not sure. You can see it has the same slip stitch detail going all the way up, and a really cool crown decrease where they kind of where the stitches come together. Really liked this pattern. It was super easy to follow, super easy to knit, and again, it's Aran weight yarn, so it knits up pretty quick. For this one, I used a 4.5mm for the whole thing, and I just found that it just gives it a bit tighter of a fit, and yeah, I really like it. But with the 2-color, and I don't want to give away too much of the secret sauce, but it's alternating colors, so it's really a really great, easy way to incorporate 2 colors without having to do any color work. So yeah, there's 2 hats. And so that's a total of 3 hats for the knit along that I'm participating in, the Down Cellar Studio Pigskin Party. All right, so that's those 2 hats plus the green one. All right, more about this yarn. This is so it's 70% wool, 30% soy, and yeah, it's called the Soy Wool Solids, the natural choice. So one of the colors, the blue navy color, is a natural indigo, and then the reddish color, which I thought was more pinky, but it's kind of reddy pinky, is called natural berry. So that's those. And I think that the hats patterns are being released later this month, so you can keep an eye out for those, but they were a super fun knit. All right, on to works in progress. Let me just reach over here. In my rainbow bag, I have the kids' rainbow hats that I'm knitting. This one that I already finished for my daughter, and then the one for her little best friend. And I have made no progress on this because I've been knitting other hats. I do still want to finish this one, but I just got super excited about the pigskin party starting and all the new cast-ons, and you know, these test knits popped up, and I'll show you another one in a minute, and I just get so excited. Sometimes I just, you know, these just get put away in the cupboard, and I will come back to this. I do really want to knit these for this winter, and from where I'm sitting right now, out of my living room, I can see snow on the mountains, so I do really need to get these finished off. Again, the yarn for that one is White Birch Fiber Arts in the Nothing Says Screw You Like a Rainbow colorway. And I'm knitting the sock head slouch hat for those, and I think I'm going to do, I think there'll definitely be enough for mittens, so I'm going to do the mitten to fit pattern, and I don't remember who that's by, but I will link it all down below. So yeah, that's going to be, I think this weekend I'm going to do some concentrated knitting time on those and get some progress on them. Next up, we have my Marled Monster, and she's made more progress, but still I haven't been able to finish the head yet. The head's a little floppy. I think I might have to do something to reinforce the head before I stuff it. So I just started the head last time. You can see I tried to put in one of the safety eyes here, and I got the safety eyes from Sweet Keepsakes on Etsy. And I will link to her Etsy shop and her Instagram and Facebook and all that in the show notes. which will be down below. So I did work a bit more on the head when the safety eyes came, but unfortunately the backings, I'm having difficulty getting the backings onto the safety eyes. So I've contacted the shop, and she said that I'm the second person that's had this issue with the latest set of safety eyes that she's gotten in the 12mm size. So she thinks that the manufacturer probably sent her the wrong size, but she said you can use a washer or some other tool to help kind of just pop them on a little bit. So my husband's going to help me with that, and we'll get those eyes on. And then I've got the ears. I've already knit the ears, but the ears are going to stick out the side on each side, and then she will be done. The kids and I are still figuring out a name. I'm calling her Marley right now, but I might pick something more football-esque. Yeah, gonna need to do something about her head. It flops a lot. Anyway, so that's a good start on that, and hopefully I will finish her this weekend and then weave in all of the ends, and then she will get to sit next to all of my finished objects and be in all my pictures. That will be super fun. So yeah, that is my team mascot for Team Marled Monsters, which is part of the Downseller Studio Pigskin Party. They're doing, everybody has belongs to a team this year, so it's really fun, and you get a kind of smaller community, you know, to talk about your projects and talk about all sorts of different stuff, instead of with the hundreds of people that are in it. And it can be overwhelming to try to follow the main chatter thread. It's a lot of posts in there, which is awesome, but I have trouble following it, so the smaller group is way better for me. Love it. All right, what is next? What is next? Aha. Okay, next up we have, I did another test knit for Anna, which is the Bluebird knits. So I'm going to show you this one first. These are kids' mittens, little kids. They don't fit either of my kids, but that's okay, because I know lots of other kids that have small hands. So this is a colorwork mitten. It's hard to see the Christmas tree on it in these colors unless you're up close. But yeah, and then there's a snowflake pattern on the bottom. These were super, super quick to knit up. However, I did not read all of the instructions. I did the increases for the thumb, and then I didn't cast off. So there's no opening for the thumb. So that was kind of silly. And also I found that the yarn that I'm using, I was using a 4mm needle for these ones, and it just came out, the color work was very snug, everything was a little too snug, and the stitches weren't relaxed enough. I'm sure if I wash it, it would be totally fine, but again, there's no thumb hole, so that's not really gonna work, unless you have a little baby, I guess, and you don't want them to have a thumb hole. But a baby wouldn't have hands this big. Anyway, so I'll probably have to rip that one out, but that's okay, because I did knit another one. So I used a 4.5mm, I think, on this one, and I like how the color work came out better. I'd also gotten more used to the pattern, and I remembered to do the thumb hole, and I finished the thumb. So yeah, but the Christmas tree pattern is really cool. I'm going to get some fun colors and do some little ornaments like she had in her sample. I just have to knit the other one, which, you know, won't take me that long because they're quite small. This is the 4 to 6 size. And I think I might be able to get my daughter's hand in this one. It's just got a bit more stretch to it to get some pictures and whatnot. And then I'll find a kid who has some cold hands and give them some nice warm wool mitts. This wool is the same one that I used for the Raffas hat, and it is 100% wool from Alan.com. It's Highland Peruvian wool, so it's great for color work. It's really sticky. usually for color work, you don't want a super wash wool or anything with too much nylon in it. You want that really toothy wool that's going to stick together, and it really makes the stitches show next to each other, so then you really see the color work pattern better. So yeah, that's that mitten. Do you have to fit this is the right, and then I have to finish the left, and then I'll be done. But it was super fun knit, really enjoyed this one. All right. What is next? Next, I have another hat on the needles, and this is some Sidar, and it's more of a DK weight. It's kind of in between a DK weight and a worsted weight, and it's a dark, dark navy color. I was gonna do a honeycomb cabling pattern on it, but I just wasn't finding it wasn't working well. So I did a couple of rows of the cable pattern, and I doubt you can even see it because this yarn is so dark, but I did do a couple right at the top of the ribbing there. There's kind of just a couple crosses, and then I said forget it, it's too complicated, it's making my brain go crazy, and I just started with some plain stockinette. So this just has a little tiny detail at the bottom there, and then I'm just gonna knit the hat. I might do some striping with this red just to have a fun pop of color in there, and maybe a couple stripes of a few rows each just to do something fun, and then this will just be another hat that's going in the gift bin. So that one's coming along. It's kind of nice just to have that plain project where you can just knit around and around and around and keep going forever. Today we have a new segment called Tailor Made, and this is my daughter Taylor. Hi Taylor.
Hi.
How old are you?
I am almost 9.
You are almost 9. So, what do you have for a finished object today?
I have my baby blanket.
Mm-hmm.
It has like a pink and white, dark pink and sort of purple on it.
Is this for someone special?
It's for my little stuffy caramel.
Mm-hmm.
And my dolls.
And your dolls? Cool. And you made that?
Yes. Mommy helped me with it.
Of course. Do you remember what yarn it's made out of?
No, I don't.
Cascade.
Cascade.
Mm-hmm. But you picked it out at the store, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Don't
So
put that for me
fluffy.
now.
And this was the first thing I ever knit.
The first thing you ever knit, yeah.
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
thing I ever knit.
Mm-hmm. You did a good job. Hey Taylor,
Hi.
what have you been knitting?
Well, I've been knitting a little hat, a baby hat. It was meant for my doll, but it was a bit big, so I guess it's gonna be for my friend.
What color is it?
It's like a dark purpley,
Mm-hmm.
and there's some. This is the yarn.
So it's going to change colors
Yeah,
soon?
it's gonna change color soon.
What's the next color?
The next color is going to be this turquoise.
Mm-hmm. So show it this way. I can see it. There.
The turquoise.
Yeah.
And then there's gonna be this color and then this color.
Cool. I don't know that it'll get that tall. I don't think you'll get all the colors in there.
Probably not, but
Unless you made it something else.
I could make it into a long, tall hat that might reach the ceiling.
Reach the ceiling, good idea. I like that.
But that's all I've been knitting.
Yeah?
What's the yarn's name?
It's yarn we picked up from Michael's, which is a big box store. Do you remember why we bought yarn from there?
No.
Or how you bought it?
Yes. From my birthday money, I think. Yes.
That was fun, hey?
That was really fun.
You got to go to the big craft store and just pick out anything you wanted, hey?
How much money did I get?
I can't remember. Well, that is a cool project. Hey Taylor, what are you crocheting?
I am crocheting a little scarf out of loops and threads. The color name is Mulberry Bush. So this is the yarn. Take this off. It's got like greens and blues and pinks and dark purples.
It's cool.
A bit of yellow on it. So I'm going to crochet a little scarf because it's getting into the winter season. It's going to be cold.
Yeah, that'll be nice and warm. Are you going to wear it? Oh.
Caramel might wear it too.
Caramel might wear it too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And you just learned how to crochet. Are you enjoying it?
It's really fun.
Yeah. Is it faster than knitting? Or is it about the same?
About the same.
About the same. Cool. Awesome. Anything else to say about that project? No? Okay.
Drops. But the good thing about crocheting is if you drop it, you can just like pop it back in.
Sounds good. Well, thanks for joining us for Tailor Made. So you might have noticed that I have a new logo. My lovely friend, who is a very talented artist, drew up the logo based on a drawing from my daughter, who came up with the idea that Rosberry Crafts should be a sheep and the body of the sheep is a berry. Kind of raspberry-esque, I think. Could be any berry. Anyway, super fun. Love the new logo. Hope you guys like it too. It's, yeah, super cute. And I think that I might need to knit a raspberry colored sheep now. If you have any suggestions on patterns for a toy sheep that would look cool, send them on over. What else is new around here? Today actually turned out to be a beautiful day. It was yucky and raining, so I decided to record this afternoon so I get some nice sunlight coming in, but not direct because that messes with your filming. But I can see snow, so winter is coming. It's very cold outside, but that's okay because that's the hand knit time of year. I'm wearing my hand knit socks. I've got a shawl. My husband's wearing his hand knit socks today. Yeah, I was wearing a hand knit sweater the other day. All good things. When the cooler weather comes, we just pull out our woolens.